Iron Man, 2008. Tony Stark, a genius industrialist and weapons manufacturer, is captured by terrorists in Afghanistan and forced to build a weapon of mass destruction. Instead, he constructs a high-tech suit of armor to escape. Upon returning to the United States, he refines the suit and takes on the moniker of Iron Man. Stark uses his new identity to fight evil and bring justice, ultimately revealing his secret identity to the world. The Incredible Hulk, 2008. Bruce Banner, a scientist on the run, seeks a cure for the gamma radiation that turns him into the monstrous Hulk when he loses control of his emotions. As he hides from the US military, which wants to use his condition as a weapon, Banner encounters a new threat in the form of the Abomination, a monstrous creature with similar powers. In a climactic battle, Hulk defeats the Abomination and continues his quest for a cure. Iron Man 2, 2010. With the world now aware that Tony Stark is Iron Man, he faces pressure from the government to share his technology with the military. Stark also contends with his deteriorating health due to the arc reactor in his chest and a new adversary, Ivan Vanko, who seeks revenge for his family's disgrace. With the help of his friend James Rhodey Rhodes and assistant Pepper Potts, Stark overcomes his personal demons and defeats Vanko. Thor, 2011. Thor, the god of thunder from the realm of Asgard, is banished to Earth by his father Odin as punishment for his arrogance. Stripped of his powers, Thor learns humility and forms a relationship with scientist Jane Foster. Meanwhile, his half-brother Loki plots to take the throne of Asgard. Thor regains his powers, returns to Asgard, and thwarts Loki's plans, choosing to remain vigilant and protect both realms. Captain America, the first Avenger, 2011. During World War II, Steve Rogers, a frail young man, is transformed into the super soldier Captain America after volunteering for an experimental program. As Captain America, he leads the fight against the Nazi-backed organization Hydra, led by the Red Skull. In a final act of heroism, Rogers crashes a plane carrying deadly weapons into the Arctic, where he is frozen in ice. He is later discovered and revived in the modern era. The Avengers, 2012. Nick Fury, director of the spy agency S.H.I.E.L.D., assembles a team of superheroes to combat the threat posed by Thor's adoptive brother, Loki, who has gained control of the powerful Tesseract. The team, consisting of Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, must overcome their differences to work together. They ultimately succeed in stopping Loki and his alien army from conquering Earth, solidifying their status as the Avengers. Iron Man 3, 2013. After the traumatic events of the Avengers, Tony Stark grapples with anxiety and insomnia. When a new terrorist threat, the Mandarin, emerges, Stark's world is torn apart. He must rely on his ingenuity and instinct to survive as he uncovers the true identity of the Mandarin and the real mastermind behind the attacks. In the end, Stark destroys his armors and undergoes surgery to remove the shrapnel near his heart, symbolizing his readiness to move forward. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, 2014. Captain America, now working for S.H.I.E.L.D., uncovers a conspiracy within the organization that threatens global security. He discovers that his old friend Bucky Barnes, thought to be dead, has been brainwashed and turned into the assassin known as the Winter Soldier. With the help of Black Widow and new ally Falcon, Captain America exposes the corruption within S.H.I.E.L.D. and saves countless lives while vowing to save Bucky. Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014. Peter Quill, a space adventurer who calls himself Star-Lord, steals a mysterious orb coveted by the villain Ronan the Accuser. Quill forms an uneasy alliance with a group of misfits: Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. Together, they discover the orb's true power and must stop Ronan from using it to destroy planets. They succeed, becoming the Guardians of the Galaxy, and vow to protect the universe. Avengers, Age of Ultron, 2015. The Avengers face a new threat in Ultron, an artificial intelligence inadvertently created by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. Ultron believes humanity must be eradicated to save the Earth. The Avengers, joined by new allies Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, must stop Ultron from carrying out his catastrophic plan. In the process, they learn about teamwork, sacrifice, and the importance of their mission to protect humanity and success to stop Ultron. Ant-Man, 2015. Scott Lang, a former thief, is recruited by Dr. Hank Pym to don the Ant-Man suit, which allows him to shrink in size while increasing in strength. Lang must pull off a heist to stop Pym's former protege, Darren Cross, from selling the technology to dangerous forces. Using his skills and the suit's capabilities, Lang succeeds, embraces his role as Ant-Man, and becomes a hero. Captain America, Civil War, 2016. The Avengers are divided over the implementation of the Sokovia Accords, which would place them under government oversight. Captain America opposes the regulation, believing it compromises their freedom, while Iron Man supports it. The conflict escalates into a fierce battle between the two factions, leading to deep fractures within the team. The film ends with the Avengers disbanded, and some members going underground. Doctor Strange, 2016. Dr. Stephen Strange, a brilliant but arrogant neurosurgeon, loses the use of his hands in a car accident. Desperate for a cure, he travels to Nepal and learns the mystical arts from the Ancient One. Strange masters the use of magic and becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, tasked with protecting Earth from interdimensional threats. He faces the powerful entity Dormammu and saves the world from eternal darkness. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, 2017. The Guardians face new challenges when they encounter Ego, a celestial being who claims to be Peter Quill's father. As they bond, Ego reveals his plan to terraform planets and reshape the universe according to his vision. The Guardians must stop Ego's plan and save the universe once more. Through their trials, the team grows closer and solidifies their bond as a family. Spider-Man, Homecoming, 2017. Peter Parker struggles to balance his life as a high school student and his secret identity as Spider-Man. Eager to prove himself, he faces the Vulture, a villain using salvaged alien technology to commit crimes. With guidance from his mentor Tony Stark, Peter learns to navigate his responsibilities and what it means to be a hero. He ultimately defeats the Vulture and embraces his role as Spider-Man. Thor, Ragnarok, 2017. Thor discovers that his sister Hela, the goddess of death, has returned to conquer Asgard. Stranded on the distant planet Sakaar, Thor must escape and return to Asgard. He teams up with the Hulk, Valkyrie, and his estranged brother Loki. Together, they fight to stop Hela and prevent Ragnarok, the prophesied destruction of Asgard. They succeed, but Asgard is destroyed, and the Asgardians become refugees. Black Panther, 2018. T'Challa returns to the African nation of Wakanda to take his place as king after the death of his father. He faces challenges from the outsider, Eric Killmonger, who seeks to overthrow him and use Wakanda's advanced technology to wage war. T'Challa overcomes Killmonger and decides to share Wakanda's resources with the world, establishing his legacy as the Black Panther and a global leader. Avengers, Infinity War, 2018. The Avengers and their allies must stop Thanos, a powerful titan, from collecting the 6 Infinity Stones. Thanos plans to use the stones to wipe out half of all life in the universe to achieve balance. Despite their efforts, Thanos succeeds in obtaining all the stones and carries out his plan. The film ends with the universe in despair as many heroes and beings vanish into dust. Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018. Scott Lang teams up with Hope Van Dyne, who takes on the mantle of the Wasp to rescue her mother from the quantum realm. They face new enemies who want to harness the quantum realm's power for their own purposes. Using their shrinking and growing abilities, they overcome obstacles and succeed in their mission, reuniting Hope with her long-lost mother. Captain Marvel, 2019. Carol Danvers, a former Air Force pilot, becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes after being infused with Kree energy. She uncovers the truth about her past and the ongoing Kree-Skrull War. Carol helps the Skrulls find a new home and embraces her identity as Captain Marvel, deciding to use her powers to protect the universe from various threats. Avengers, Endgame, 2019. The Avengers attempt to undo the devastation caused by Thanos in Infinity War. They travel through time to collect the Infinity Stones from various points in history and reverse the snap. The plan works, but they must face Thanos in a final battle. The Avengers succeed, but Tony Stark sacrifices himself to defeat Thanos and save the universe, bringing closure to the Infinity Saga. Spider-Man, Far From Home, 2019. Peter Parker goes on a school trip to Europe, hoping to take a break from his superhero duties. However, he faces a new threat in the form of Mysterio, a villain using advanced technology to create illusions and fake threats. Peter ultimately defeats Mysterio and learns valuable lessons about responsibility and trust. He returns home, ready to embrace his role as Spider-Man, but his identity is shockingly revealed to the world, setting the stage for future challenges. Black Widow, 2021. Natasha Romanoff confronts her dark past when a dangerous conspiracy linked to her history arises. She reunites with her surrogate family and faces the formidable Taskmaster. Through intense battles and emotional reconciliations, Natasha gains closure and ensures her family's safety. The film delves into her origin and motivations, bridging the gap between previous MCU events. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, 2021. Shang-Chi is drawn into the mysterious Ten Rings, organization led by his father, Wenwu. Confronting his past, Shang-Chi discovers the truth about his family and the power of the Ten Rings. He must stop his father's misguided plans to unleash an ancient evil. Through epic battles and self-discovery, Shang-Chi embraces his destiny as a hero, protecting both his family and the world. Eternals, 2021. The Eternals, ancient beings created by the Celestials, reunite to protect Earth from the deviants. They soon learn their true mission: to prepare Earth for the birth of a new Celestial, which would destroy the planet. This revelation divides the group, as some choose to follow their creator's plan while others rebel to save humanity. In the end, the Eternals must confront both external threats and their own beliefs, leaving the future of Earth uncertain. Spider-Man, No Way Home, 2021. Peter Parker struggles with the fallout of his identity being revealed to the world. Seeking help from Doctor Strange, a spell goes wrong, bringing villains from other universes into his world. Peter must confront these multiverse villains and learn valuable lessons about responsibility and sacrifice. Ultimately, he saves the multiverse, but at a great personal cost. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, 2022. Doctor Strange embarks on a journey through the multiverse, encountering new threats and unexpected allies. He teams up with Wanda Maximoff, but her desire to reunite with her lost children drives her to dangerous extremes. As Wanda's pursuit of power threatens to destroy entire realities, Strange must confront her and the chaos she unleashes. Facing dark forces and moral dilemmas, Strange fights to protect the multiverse from collapsing, while realizing the dangerous consequences of meddling with the fabric of reality. Thor, Love and Thunder, 2022. Thor's quest for inner peace is disrupted by Gorr, the God Butcher, who seeks to destroy all gods. Teaming up with Jane Foster, now the mighty Thor, they battle to stop Gorr. Jane sacrifices herself to save the children and defeat Gorr. In the end, Thor finds new purpose as he becomes the guardian of love, Gorr's resurrected daughter, embracing his role as a protector and father figure. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, 2022. Following King T'Challa's death, Wakanda faces a new threat from Namor, the powerful leader of the underwater kingdom Talokan. Shuri, now the Black Panther, engages in a fierce battle with Namor to protect her nation. Despite the intensity of their conflict, Shuri chooses to spare Namor's life, leading to a truce between their nations. The film concludes with Wakanda and Talokan forming an alliance, as both leaders recognize the value of cooperation over continued conflict. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, 2023. Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne venture into the quantum realm, facing new dangers and uncovering secrets of the multiverse. They encounter Kang the Conqueror, a powerful villain who threatens reality itself. Utilizing their unique abilities and teamwork, Scott and Hope battle Kang in a fierce showdown. Ultimately, they manage to defeat Kang and escape the quantum realm, restoring order and safety for now. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, 2023. The Guardians face a new challenge when Rocket's past catches up to him, and the team must confront the High Evolutionary, a scientist obsessed with creating a perfect species. As they delve into Rocket's origins, they uncover dark secrets about his creation and the High Evolutionary's experiments. In a final battle, the Guardians manage to defeat the High Evolutionary, rescue Rocket, and save the creatures he's experimented on. By the end of the film, the team undergoes significant changes, with younger members stepping into key roles as the older members decide to follow different paths, marking a new era for the Guardians. The Marvels, 2023. Carol Danvers aka Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan aka Ms. Marvel, and Monica Rambeau find their powers mysteriously linked, forcing them to work together to investigate the cause. The trio encounters new cosmic threats, led by Darben, who seeks revenge on Carol for past actions. Through a series of battles, they learn to synchronize their abilities, eventually overcoming Darben and restoring balance to their powers. The three heroes manage to resolve their conflicts, returning safely to Earth as a stronger team. Deadpool 3, 2024. Deadpool is captured by the TVA, where he uncovers Paradox's plan to hasten the destruction of his home universe, Earth 10005, using a device called the Time Ripper. Determined to save his universe, Deadpool recruits Wolverine for help. As they attempt to thwart Paradox's plan, Paradox sends them into the Void, a mysterious realm between realities. In the Void, they confront Cassandra Nova, the telepathic sister of Professor X. After a fierce battle, Deadpool and Wolverine manage to escape the Void. However, Cassandra seizes the Time Ripper and attempts to destroy the multiverse. In a final showdown, Deadpool and Wolverine stop her, successfully saving the multiverse.